Hello everybody! Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. We're back for the next episode of our Typelocke adventure. We are in Johto. Why are we in Johto? Last thing I remember we were in Kanto. How is everyone? Last time we were closing in on our last couple of Kanto badges, but we have one more catch to make. Our last catch for the whole game, and that's going to be our big deal today. Either going to get ourselves a Murkrow or a Houndour. The first dark types we've got an opportunity to get. Were we hunting people to fight? People who wanted a rematch? I think that's what we were doing. Let's go see Wade real quick. I think we got 1,000,001 calls while we were in Kanto and we couldn't answer them because the train wasn't working. Well, it looks like our current quest is to raise money, I guess, is what I was doing last time. We should be able to sweep through these fairly quickly. And then we'll make our way to go get our catch. I know everybody wants a Houndour, but there's not actually any way to guarantee one. So we're going to have to roll those dice on whether we get a Houndour or a Murkrow. Murkrow is more likely, but hey, you never know. They're both found in the same route at the same time, and they're both going to take our dark type slot, so that's how it has to be. Houndour is cooler, but I wouldn't complain if we finally got ourselves a flying type, and we can get from A to B in ways faster than slowly walking. A quick drive around and see who else wants to fight, I guess. Oh, we should go play the lottery while we're on this continent, because... or in this county? Because we've not won anything yet, and I'd like to fix that. So I was thinking, in-game it's been 6 days since we set off on our adventure. With us having moved the clock forwards by 8 hours each time we've played. So if we want to become the greatest Pokemon trainer in the world in under a week of effort... So what, 3 more sessions from today? That's probably doable, to be honest. Okay, you don't want to fight. Probably not worth going to Kurt, because we've only got one more catch to get, so we'll go the other way around. I'm trying to remember where all these trainers are. He's getting in my way. Nope. Well, I don't remember who else is... Oh, I remember one of the other people in our list. It's that bird keeper to the northeast, isn't there, who's a decent level. And I think one of the guys on the route to the northwest? Unless we got rid of him. horrifying how fast I got tired of the sparkly effects when Cooler comes out. Okay, we'll go this way, talk to a couple of people, because I feel like we had somebody on here on our list for a while. I lost track of everybody when we went over to Kanto. It's Barry. It's a nervous disposition, apparently. Let's murder this wild bull in front of her to help calm her down. See, there's nothing to be scared of. They die like anything else. You? Nope. Starting to think there wasn't anybody here. Maybe it was all a dream. Well, I will get that nice mint berry while I'm here. Yeah, it looks like we were friends with a bunch of these people, but then we ditched them all, and rightfully so. Now I could just check the phone list and see if I recognize any of the names. Weed and Liz I know, Jack I know, Vance I know. Oh, I think all the others are on Victory Road. Well, we're not going to see any of them again. I'm not walking that twice. I say, having already walked it like 4 or 5 times. Because, once again, we don't have Fly. Part of me is going to be very upset if we get a Houndour and I still can't fly. Not as upset as if we get a Murkrow and don't get a Houndour, but you know. A little bit of both. It feels like such a long animation. Does it need so many bubbles? I have places to be today. Not next town, but next area. Excuse me, sir. Gotta go beat up a bird nerd. Wait, what? Could've sworn this guy wanted to run. I finally lost my marbles since last week. Well, this was a bit of a wasted trip. I'm sure there was something else I was planning to do in Johto, but I can't think what it was, so I guess we just go straight back to Kanto and see what we can catch. Big excitement on that one. After that, it's rounding up the last few gym leaders. There's what, 4 left? Might have to do a little bit of leveling to get our new catch up to speed. Oh yeah, one last stop. There you are. The memes, Jack. The memes Jack is now a meme. Oh, and has always been a meme, I guess. But it's now a local meme. Oh, really? Surprised he survived that earthquake. Most things don't come back after an earthquake. How do you feel about earthquakes? And you and your paper thin defense. Electrodes are actually made out of foil. They look solid, they're not. You lean on one, your arm is going to go clean through. I've lost some good electrodes that way. That's why they blow up so easily. That's not voluntarily. That's just they're full of electricity and they're made out of tinfoil. One good knock sets them off. Alright, most important thing, let's play the lottery. Come on, I'm due some good luck. Hate this place, hate this game. Well, at least Saffron puts us right next to where we want to be. I thought we were still in Cerulean, however we ended up. That would have slowed us down more. Let's go heal, I suppose. And then we'll see what we get. Alright, let's check our collection of balls. We should have plenty of good stuff. 32 Ultra Balls seems likely to work. If you are challenging me to a battle after I've just been to see you, I went miles out of my way for you, Vance. I'm straight up ghosting this guy. I'm done with him. That's not okay. That's not cool. We're not friends anymore. Be another thing if you live somewhere accessible, you know? Alright, where was I? I mean, Cooler has glare. You want to status this thing, I'm thinking. Whatever it's gonna be. I'm skeptical that anybody is going to be able to damage it without killing it. Maybe Nicholas with Fury Cutter. Let's tentatively put Ampharos up front and use Thunder Wave. Here goes, everybody. This is what we've been waiting for. Our last catch of the game, our first Dark-type Pokemon. Please no. Do not want. How many of those are we gonna see before we get Oh, I see now. I didn't meet the Vulpix's challenge, so it gave me a Murkrow. Obviously, if I hadn't encountered the Vulpix, then we would have gotten ourselves a Houndour. All makes sense. Well, let's try an Ultra Ball and see what happens. Haze. Is that the one that makes you immune to status? Oh, stat changes. That's fine then. Don't care much about that. Next, Fury Cutter shouldn't kill this thing. Starts out real weak. You can get some damage on it safely. Whoop! There goes Pursued. It always spooks me, even though it really shouldn't at this level. Jeez, that did way more than I thought it would. Shouldn't that have been not very effective? It's bug on flying, right? Fury Cutter's bug, why didn't... Oh, Dark is weak to bug, I forgot about that. Oof. That was almost very painful. Well, let's never do that again. Okay. I have this great fear that it's going to use Flea or something. We've had too many Pokemon Flea on us this game. It's upsetting how many Pokemon in this game just flee at the drop of a hat. Okay. Oh, that was a crit. Okay, we should be fine. Swap out if we get remotely low. Heavy's not going to do much. Low Ball's not going to do much. I think we just keep throwing the Ultra Balls. What do we name this lady once we get a Lady Murkrow? We reference the fact that she's not the Houndour that we all wanted. Ooh, we got her. Murkour. Houndsrow. It is said that when chased, it lures the attacker onto dark mountain trails where the foe will get lost. I always like it when my foes get lost. What do we want to call this thing then? Where's everybody in chat today? Normally I rely on them for good ideas about naming. It's real quiet right now. Days like these make me wonder if I've forgotten to start the stream. Or if I'm actually accidentally starting at 7 AM instead of 7 PM or something. I'd be tempted to call it Wolfbird, except we did that in the last gen. Wolfbird 2. Skyhound? Maybe I'll go with that unless somebody's going to jump in with suggestions. Alright. Skyhound it is. You'll be a Houndour of the skies. We'll teach you Flamethrower, probably. That's absolutely going to be a move you can learn. Let's see, what levels on those people got? Okay, so we're gonna go swap Nicholas for Houndour, right? For Skyhound, I guess. Hey, Lady Meow, how's it going? You just missed your chance to name a bird. But yeah, ripped dreams of Houndour. I tried, but there was no way to guarantee one. This is the only place you can get Houndour, and Murkrow also meets all the conditions. Not much we can do there. Oh, does Nick still have the amulet coin? I should probably take that off of him. Although I might have, maybe we've got a better item for Skyhound? I don't know. How are you doing today anyway, Lady Meow? You alright? Skyhound's probably going to be hogging the XP share for a while anyway. Do we have like a sharp beak? Or a sunglasses? Sharp beak. Is there anything else useful? Not really. Sharp beak it is. Okay, I've developed a cough. Ugh. That's not a good sign. Running in the cold might have something to do with it. It probably doesn't help. I went walking around the Pokestops earlier and kind of regretted it. Also cleaned out the rabbits and the chickens in the cold, but it doesn't matter whether I regret that one or not. Don't really have a choice on that. Needs doing. That smells sick as well, you know. We were supposed to meet up today and you cancelled on me. All my crew are getting ill. It's not good. Hoping for 6 feet of snow so you don't have to go to work. So use a snow day right now. Yeah. Can sympathize with that. Although I wouldn't really get a snow day myself. I mean, it's probably not a good leveling spot. Let's go somewhere else. If I call in and say that I can't make it because of the snow, they're just gonna make me work the hours back another day. Has he gone to the hospital? Would you believe that he hasn't? I actually told him to go. I think he's making light of, well, I told him to go see his GP anyway. He seemed pretty sick to me, but he says he's just gonna shrug it off. Gonna rest for a bit, I guess. Oh, it's the Vulpix's fault that we got a Murkrow, by the way. I hesitated in its face, and you know, obviously it's got to throw that back at me. This is where we did a spotter leveling before, right? And the XP was decent. It's not amazing. I wonder if there's anywhere better. You think the video is way behind the sound? That's kind of weird. That shouldn't normally be happening. I would recommend pausing your video and then pressing play again and seeing if that syncs it back up. Sometimes I get that when I'm watching streamers, and that seems to fix it. Reload and see if it syncs up again, yeah. It's a good idea, I think. I wonder if there's anywhere better to level. I was thinking earlier that I want to try and squeeze in a little bit of leveling at the start of this session, just because... Ooh, there we go. Just because we'll have to do a lot of leveling later. For like the big finale. And it'll be easier if we can squeeze it in on the way. Like, be less painful if we can do it a bit at a time instead of all at once, you know? Is the game music quite loud today? It's looking a little loud. Let me turn that down just a bit. I know that ad? Yes! More money for me! But no, I don't actually get any ad money yet, because I don't have enough followers. Top Gear. Yeah, I keep seeing ads for Top Gear. I'm like, you got rid of one of the 3 guys. Don't think you can sell me on a replacement. Top Gear stopped existing when you got rid of that dude. It's not Top Gear anymore, it's like second highest gear at most. Doesn't Twitch use cookies? Why would it think you'd be interested in Top Gear? Possibly it... I mean, I think Twitch does use, like, targeted ads if you let it. But then again, they never seem to have that many ads going at once, so... It seems like there's only 3 ads on rotation at any time. You see the same ad over and over again. I don't know. Might not be Top Gear, it's the one all 3 of them moved over to. I didn't know that they moved over to a different one. Think we synced up again? That's good. Should have a look, we didn't even look at what moves Skyhound has. How are we doing for stats? Peck, Pursuit, Haze. Not amazing. I don't know what Mirko actually learns, though, to be honest. Probably hold off on throwing all of the TMs at it for now. But it's a safe bet that we're going to put Fly on there. What else have we got that's exciting? Not much. Thief, maybe? At last! The power of flight! Oh, a muck. Finally, this is what I'm talking about. Clarkson said something offensive that couldn't be ignored, so they fired him. So they moved over to Amazon and Hammond and May went with him. I didn't know that they'd gone with him now. That's cool. Yeah, I can't remember what they fired him for. I remember there was a big kerfuffle about it at the time. Didn't he get into a fight with somebody or something? And it's like, yeah, he was definitely provoked, probably in the right, but they don't want to support people who punch other people. Hey Novellan, I've got good news and I've got bad news. I think he punched somebody. Punched a guy for being unable to get a mistake at midnight? Wait, was that really it? That is kind of an awful thing. I knew there was a big kerfuffle about it. I thought his punching somebody was more defensible at the time because people were standing up for him. Yeah, I tried to get us a Hound Hour, but we got ourselves a Skyhound instead. The guy offered him a steak sandwich, but he wanted a cooked meal, even though he knew what time the restaurant shut up, etc. Okay, so he was just being outright a jerk then. Creepy rather than cool, but fly? Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about being able to fly places. Can get from continent to continent now. I wonder if the boat goes today. That'd be a better leveling spot. Fly, my pretty, fly! I think we can work with this. Fly's got a lot of the same type advantages as fire does. And it's still a dark type. People also defended Clarkson when he said people who strike should be shot in front of their families. Was he serious, or is he just genuinely not a very nice guy? How are people defending him? I could anyway, using the amazing magic of the train. Oh, you mean get from A to B? Yeah, but I don't want to get from county to county. What I'm thinking is the trainers on the boat respawn, so you can battle them over and over again, and it's better than fighting random encounters, you know? Looks like you only get these types at night. We were getting, when we were leveling here during the daytime, we were getting lots of heroes that gave great XP, and it looks like they're not around now, so we should probably try somewhere else. Because he tells it how it is, he's not one of these PC types afraid of speaking his mind. Okay. Yeah. Being willing to upset people is, not a justification for upsetting people. Fair enough. All support for Clarkson and Top Gear retracted. It's like when people stand up for the, whatever his name is, the old royal guy who's constantly being awful. And they're like, you know, we need more royals like that to say it like it is. And yeah, we need more spoiled rich people who use their immunity to repercussions to say horrible things about other people. It's what the world needs. Prince Philip, is that the guy? I don't know. I don't pay much attention to the royal family, other than generally disliking them. Is he the same guy who crashed his car into a car full of children, didn't apologise, and then was arrested 2 days later for driving without his seatbelt on? In his replacement, in the brand new car that he bought to replace the one that he totaled. Rich people stuff, right? Am I right? Also, there is a boat, so let's go beat up all the people enjoying the trip. Did I heal at any point? I probably did. Recently saw a picture of him and thought he probably ought to play a villain in a horror film. I mean, I don't know what he looks like, but from everything I hear about him, I could kind of see that. Yeah, it was a mother and children in the car, and it was totaled, and their lives were in danger and stuff, and it was two women and one of them's children. As far as I can tell, he didn't face any repercussions for swerving across the road and crashing into another car. They complained that they didn't get an apology or anything. But he was pulled over like 2 days later. I don't think he got arrested actually. But he got pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt and was fined on the spot. Which of course he doesn't care about because he has effectively infinite money. I might be misremembering who was in the car, but I thought it was a woman, her friend, and her kids. Trying to learn acid. Probably not, because Sludge Bomb is already better. Tangela. Yeah, that guy should probably not be driving. There was a kid in the car. Because I remember reading the mother of the kid saying, like, Prince Philip didn't speak to her or anything, there was no communication from him or from the royal estate, but 2 days later she got a note from the police saying the royal family would like to be remembered to you. And she was like, what does that even mean? But apparently they consider that to be an apology. I think she got an actual apology letter after she kicked up a fuss about not getting an apology. But for a while it seemed like they were just trying to smoothly gloss over it and pretend it didn't happen. Alright, see you in a bit, Lady Meow. Thanks for stopping by. Like the royal family would like to be remembered to you, is that an apology? No, I'm not going to chance that. Like, you probably are going to remember the family that crashed into your car 2 days ago, you know? Maybe you don't need a note for that one. Be back when you're done talking smack about the rich and entitled. I know, where do I get off? Don't I know all the things that they've done for me? First Clarkson, then Prince Philip, this ought to be called failing at diplomacy. What diplomacy? There can be no negotiations. They'll be first up against the wall when the time comes. Lady Meow's on fire today. Do. I think there's an item you can find as a one-off here, but I don't... We probably already got it. Oh no, I've lost something that's very important. My marbles! Better quit while you're ahead. Alright, see you later, Lady Meow. Well, Skyhound's catching up nicely. This is way better levels than wandering around in that field. Will do, old man. You can't actually find the thing that he's looking for, but if you're taking the boat in the other direction, the person says that he found an unusual coin in that room. Wait a minute, you're bad-mouthing popular figures. Are you someone who tells it how it is and isn't afraid to speak his mind? I lack the key requirement to be somebody who tells it like it is and isn't afraid to speak his mind. I'm not rich enough to survive the consequences. In silhouette, the beauties in this game always look kind of like pirates to me. I don't know whether anybody else sees that or not. Like, I'm not one of these rich people who tells it how it is and is afraid to speak their mind. I'm just an honest working man with honest working man opinions. I'm saying what the public thinks. An internet personality, there's a few of those that get away with all sorts. Are you saying I'm internet enough to ignore the consequences? Because nobody of significance pays attention. My brain is picking up radio signals. Sure, we could stamp these with Bite, but... no. No, we're not doing it. We're not risking our beautiful shiny. No way, never. Not for some paltry XP. You Illuminati, you say? I'm sure they don't exist. Absolutely, no such thing. The very suggestion is laughable. I laugh at it. Haha! You can hear Johto's radio on the fast ship, huh? Next time you see me, am I going to attack you if you can't give me a Wagamama's when it's shut? I mean, I do that most times I see you, so yes, probably. I believe that there's a global, worldwide conspiracy dedicated to making people think the Illuminati exist. I also think there's a huge cover-up to disguise the fact that the Earth isn't flat. Do you think we'd get more viewers in here if next time I saw you I punched you for not being able to get me a Wagamama's after closing time? And started shouting about the, sort of bad-mouthing popular figures for being rich and immune to consequences? All publicity is good publicity, right? It's all a plot, they're all in on it together. I believe it. Everything we think is true, but there's a global conspiracy, there's multiple global conspiracies trying to convince us otherwise. It worked for Clarkson. Yeah. Yeah, I got them a lot of attention. Well, are we not fighting? I mean, it lost them top gear, but then everybody else was fighting over them to seize that chance to get them for themselves, so... Depth charge this shellfish. Hey, an Octillery. Forgot they were in this game. For some reason I was thinking they were Gen 3. Not seen a lot of the new water types, to be honest. I guess because we've not been fishing. Why did I use Earthquake there? I don't think that was tactically ideal. Oh boy, you have Psybeam? Why do you have Psybeam? It's a cool Octus Pokemon. It is. It's neat. Its evolutionary path is weird. Its first form looks nothing like that. I don't think I've ever really raised one of those. I should try it someday. Well, I guess we'll see what we get in future Typelocks. Who knows? We've got many more games ahead of us. Is ice? I don't think it is. I'm trying to remember if ice is weak to ground. I don't think it is. Most of the things that share ice's stats, ice's matchups, are weak to ground, but I don't think ice itself is. Like, I put ice in the same category as steel and rock, so they've got very similar matchups. A fish that turns into an octopus? What? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? First form looks nothing like that. It doesn't look anything like it's going to turn into an octopus, of all things. Is there anybody down here? And then suddenly that. Where does that come from? This is where we sailors work? I've not seen any working yet, dude. It's a lamprey thing that becomes an octopus. Yeah. How or why, I don't know. Ooh, we didn't kill it. There we go. To be honest, this is probably the best trading spot for the end game. Just riding the ferry over and over again. Getting a lot of jumping of the picture, but the audio's fine. Like it's just hopping from one bit to another. Let me have a look at my preview. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good at all. That's weird. What's causing that today then? There's always something. Oh, but we are getting some better internet, by the way, so hopefully a lot of the issues will clear up at that point. Is it OBS? I don't think so, because it shouldn't be the issue that we had before, because I'm using a different... I now use regular OBS for filming and Streamlabs OBS for streaming. So it shouldn't be possible for me to accidentally put this one into full-on record mode like I did last time. Yeah, not sure what's causing that, unless it's just straight up internet lagging. Which it might be. I've not got anything weird running, have I? Doesn't look like it. Might have to just see if it resolves itself, I'm afraid. I don't know where it's coming from otherwise. That's good then. Yeah, it's... The Streamlabs OBS and regular OBS thing is kind of weird, but it seems to be working out for me. And yeah, really looking forward to getting the new internet. Tell you what, since I started doing the Friday night team stream, and also the Thursday afternoon stream, I guess. I've had a hard time getting the streams uploaded around the week. It's a lot of material to put up. Like, the Friday stream only went up today, and tomorrow I'm gonna have this stream to start uploading. It's a lot of stuff to get up there, and I've got to try and get the regular episodes up in the middle of that, you know? Squeeze those in there alongside it. It takes a lot of upload time, so yeah, that's hoping the better internet will help me out with that, because it's getting to be a problem. I might have to start leaving... If it doesn't, I might have to start leaving my computer on while I'm at work so it can upload stuff, and I don't really like doing that, you know? Feels wasteful. Hey, Wade. I think that's everybody on board. Hey Noellen, do you want to do me a favor real quick? Do you think you could go to Bulbapedia and check if Murkrow learns Thief on its own? It might be worth me having a look at its move list actually. See where we're going with it, but I don't know. There is a Snorlax we've got to go through. And I'm not sure if it has leftovers in its gen or not, but leftovers is such a great item that I'd like to grab some. I'd like to grab all the ones I can get. Although a thief now. Okay. We got any other good moves coming up? So what I'll probably need to do is get Skyhound to a level where Skyhound won't instantly die to the Snorlax. Teach Skyhound Thief. Battle the Snorlax. Replace Thief with something better. Feint Attack, Mean Look. Is that all we've got left? I mean, Feint Attack is good. Mean Look, not so much. We are past the point where Mean Look would be useful. Is it possible to... Without evolving? It doesn't evolve in this gen though, right? Just double check for me that you're looking at the right gen, although with that move list I imagine that you are. In fact, I might look up leftovers and see if that Snorlax does have leftovers. So there's no point wasting time on them if not. Held by Wild Snorlax. Okay, so we can get ourselves a second leftovers there. I was looking at the right gen, but it also mentioned evolution, which isn't this gen. Oh, okay. So sure, we'll teach Thief to Skyhound then. In place of Peck, I guess, since Fly is way better. Or maybe in place of Nightshade, because Nightshade is terrible. Can't learn Psychic. Tragic. Well, let's see. That puts us in an awkward spot. We can't go fight Brock until we've done the Snorlax. And we ideally want Skyhound for the two gyms over here. So we're kind of stuck for things to do until we get Skyhound sorted. No, you can't go south from Fuchsia anymore, can you? Alright, let's go for another boat ride, see where that gets us. And then we'll go a-hunting. Yeah, we'll do one more boat ride. See where that gets Skyhound. Then we'll go to the grass gym. Let Skyhound lead for XP. Do the Psychic gym, then go for the Snorlax. I feel that the Snorlax is the one most likely to do something bizarre and terrifying to us. I actually only discovered this recently. As a kid, I assumed you could only do the ferry once when it... because it's like... They tell you that once a day, on the certain days, it runs from place to place. And I always took them at their word until relatively recently when I went to check, and it turns out you can just ride the boat as many times as you like, and just fight these trainers over and over again. And this is like the best training in the game. As long as you've got Fly anyway, to take all the travel time out. I don't know if this is intended behaviour though, because I think in the remakes they actually fixed that. You can only ride the ferry once per day. I don't know if they just forgot to make the ferry disappear. Mr. Fast living his life on cruise ships. So home away from home, Mr. Fast on the fast ship. So a little portable house. Determined to become the champ. That means you've got to defeat me. If you can beat me right here and right now, that instantly makes you the champ. Do your best. wonder if we should be wearing the amulet coin for this, since you actually get paid for doing these. Which is another reason that this is one of the best training areas in the game. But on the other hand, I don't know that we're going to even need that money this late in the game. What are we going to do? Buy some X items for the last couple of fights? Probably not worth. No, I don't want to try Google Assistant remind me. I don't know why you'd think I would. Getting pop-ups while I'm trying to stream. You guys are the ones supposed to be watching ads, not me. I'm one of the privileged few. Hey, we gotta wait to level 45 anyway. Those elite ones, absolutely. We are the kings amongst this community. Just start memorizing which cabins have actual things in them. Oh no, I've lost something that's very important. My granddaughter. Again! Yeah, I decided one of my goals was to try and get the whole party up to level 45 this session. I want to spread out the grinding for the end game. We can do 45 this session, 50 the next session, 55 the session after that. Maybe we can take on the final fight. The dramatic big finale. I mean, if we want to 100% the game, we've got a level 80 that we need to take on. Just gonna throw that out there. I think we can do that at level 60 though. Why wouldn't we be able to? Yeah, this is one that always looks like a pirate to me. More so when it's blurred out, when it's just a silhouette, but... 80, yikes. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it, but... You know, eventually it's gonna be a thing. '70s and '80s for the big finale. So we want a squad of at least 60s, ideally, I think. I do know what we'll be going up against team-wise, so we can prep for that. Hey, so that Butterfree suddenly went shiny. Your heart weeps. Have you, you spoken to a doctor about this? Yeah, hopefully we'll get a lot of the levels we need from doing the gym fights and stuff. We still got a good chunk left to do. Okay, that did nothing. Good to know. Anyway, Cooler is really pulling his weight these days. Using Cooler in battle just feels powerful. Like, quickly got into that mode where you feel like you just know what you're doing with this Pokemon. And you've got the enemy cornered. After using a Pokemon for a while in one of these Nuzlocke, you just kind of get this weird feel for them, where you know what they can handle, you know? The point where they become truly part of the party is when you hit that point, when you've synchronized. One more strength. Could really do with the Danger Noodle doing more damage. Onyxus has a really wobbly stat line. It's pretty much nothing but defense. And only physical defense, so it's got its weaknesses. Hey, we're learning Feint Attack already. What do we want to get rid of for that? Probably Peck. Then we've got 3 dark moves to 1 flying move, but Feint Attack, Pursuit, and Thief all have utility. I don't know, maybe Feint Attack is better than Pursuit. Because Pursuit doesn't proc very much against NPCs. And I think the damage is quite different. I think Pursuit is 40, Feint Attack is 60? Yeah, maybe let's get rid of Pursuit. Although I don't know what situation we'd use Peck in. Good chance later on we'll go digging through our TMs to see if we can give something better to replace Peck. I don't know what else Murkrow can learn though. Maybe like Shadow Ball or something? That's kind of a waste of time too though, because Ghost is good against the same things that Dark's good against, so... It's just like adding another Dark attack. It'd be awesome if Murkrow could learn Flamethrower to be our Houndour replacement. But that seems unlikely. What else is there? Did we ever get an Aerial Ace TM? Does Aerial Ace exist in this gen? Or is that next gen? Can't see Murkrow learning anything elemental. Hoped he might learn Psychic, but it doesn't. Maybe teach it Return or something. A generic, powerful physical move. Works on most things. Trying to sort car tax and insurance? Ugh, bet that's a lot of work. How's it going? How are you settling in with your new car anyway? Like, do you have the keys to it yet? Have you just picked it? You've already picked it up, right? Or have you got to sort the all the tax stuff before you can actually get it? Insurance said I have a quote by email, but I haven't yet. Have you checked your junk mail folder? Oh man. Did you see that? I don't want to be on this ship. You guys, there's a Jonah on board. Supposed to be getting it Saturday. Oh, okay, that's cool. Jonah! I'm fairly sure the sea hates all Jonahs. Pretty sure that's canonical. You excited to be getting a new car anyway? Is it going to handle the same as your old one, or is it going to? Do you think it's going to be new and different? There's more than one Jonah. Apparently there are a great many Jonahs. And you're not supposed to put them on boats, but people insist. I don't know if I've ever met a Jonah that's not on a boat, to be honest. Shouldn't have said fill in this form, we'll send you the quote for the change by email, but I just kinda will respond in 3 working days thing. How many working days ago did you get that? The handle's better and it's a chunk newer from the test drive, so that should be good. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's a similar design to your old car, right? I was wondering how the controls felt. My current car was way different to my old car, because my old car was like 20 years old. It took some getting used to. Power steering, I mean... My old car needed a team of burly Vikings to turn the steering wheel. The new one, you don't feel it turn. That was horrifying early on. When I first started driving, I was like, I can't feel the road anymore. I can't sense how I'm turning with my eyes closed, which is the thing I often do while driving. Also, when I start it up, you know, it just makes this soft, gentle purring noise. With my old car, you knew when it was started up because it was shaking your bones into braking. With the new one, it's like, is it on? I hear a very faint noise. Is that not just the bulbs and the headlamps? Must have been nice not to crank your car anymore. I'll give it that one. I didn't like when it backfired and broke my arm once a week. One got tired of that. And it's nice that I don't have to have the person walking in front of me with the red flag anymore to warn people that my car is coming. Same chassis with a different body. The internal controls are all the same, but the steering and gears are so much better to handle. That sounds ideal, to be honest. That's what you want from an upgrade, right? That's why you get your manservant to crank the car for you. Well, yes, when I say break my arm, I mean my manservant's arm. Obviously, his arm belongs to me along with the rest of him. Alright, here's a question. Is it possible to get to the gym without cutting through a hedge these days? You'd think the grass gym wouldn't require you to destroy plants to get to it. Well, yeah, looks like we're gonna have to drag Nick back out. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, let's give Skyhound the sharp beak and we'll tentatively see how the gym goes. Maybe we can clear out the trainers at least. Who do we deposit here? Now that I think about it, Cooler would be really good in this gym too. I don't know why. Oh, probably because half of the grass types are also poison types is why I didn't do that in the first place. Probably deposits a Danger Noodle? I don't want to bring him into a grass gym. He'll die just looking at him. Nick could also be good here, if things start going wrong. Is shiny a separate Typelocke category, or can any shinies be caught? I would say in a... This is like an optional rule, it's not a canonical thing. But I would say that in any kind of Nuzlocke, if you encounter a shiny, it doesn't count towards your catch limit. So yeah, it's not a separate category, it's just because it's a shiny, it's special, it doesn't count. I can use it without it counting. Just because shinies are so incredibly rare, I mean, it never comes up, but they're so special that if you do see one, you want to get it and use it, right? I mean, again, in all the time that I've been playing Pokemon, this is the first shiny that I've gotten. There's no way I wasn't going to use that just because of the, already having a poison type thing, right? Hehehe, this gym is great. Only girls are allowed here. As he stares in through the windows. Do I need to talk to the police, old man? So yeah, optional rule is one that I'd use is that you can always catch a shiny even if you wouldn't normally be able to get it. Get a constable to move him on. Causing a disturbance. We'll show you Pokemon moves that Erica taught us. Like, you're gonna be using Giga Drain on me? It's already concerning. Joe and Zoe. Who names the kids in this universe? Somebody needs to have a discussion with them. Okay, so we're a few levels down on the basic trainers, not ideal. But we've got the type advantage, so I bet we can level up really fast here, as long as we play it safe. As long as they don't use Hyper Beam. You know, it would have been great here. Yeah. Yeah, a Houndour would have been nice. I mean, that's why I left this gym alone, because we would be able to use the Houndour here. But, you know, it wasn't up to me. Hey, this isn't like the Poliwrath thing where I theoretically could have gone and gotten a Poliwrath. This is a straight up, it was up to the game which one of the two I got. This is where we are now. Be careful? Yeah, don't worry. I don't plan to do anything reckless. Remember how we lost TikTok? I absolutely remember how we lost TikTok. In battle. Right? Vileplume was doing the surprise Pikachu meme face. Now I need to say another Vileplume to confirm this. Erica will get you back for us. She's much, much stronger. Type advantage didn't help there. Okay, I'll take it cautiously, but we should level up really fast in here. And we'll fully heal between every fight. I don't think that's actually legal. I mean, this is a verified Pokemon gym. Anybody has to be able to come here and acquire the gym badge. I mean, maybe your flower arranging lessons or whatever it is you do here don't count. I don't know. Am I interrupting something? Is it flower arranging evening? Is it ladies' night? There wasn't a sign up. Though there was a creepy old guy outside who told me only girls were allowed in. I chose to ignore him to the best of my ability. Now that's a face. That... Jeez. Horrifying. That is a face that has killed before and will kill again. Oop, he's still in it. He's still alive. Well, a pack should finish you. Well, a peck should finish you. What are you linking over there? Is that the, surprised Vileplume? There's probably going to be another one in here, to be honest. Vileplumes are pretty much the lifeblood of this gym in Gen 1. There's no way there's only going to be one in here. I'll take a look when it reappears on screen. Blah. Wow, you take losing badly. Certain subjects that only girls can talk about. Okay, is this like an educational session that I've interrupted? There's a really funny surprised Eevee meme too. I don't know that I ever saw any of that. I might have done and I just can't remember it. A battle? That's kind of scary, but okay. I mean, this is a registered Pokemon gym. You come here to battle. I realize that I've accidentally shown up on the women's education night, or girls' education night. Like some sort of hygiene thing maybe, and this is not ideal. But I just want to talk to the gym leader, okay? I mean, if you guys want to have a battle, that's fine. I'll try and make up for my interruption. I wasted my fly move here. I could have actually just used one of my dark type attacks on this thing. Because it's a psychic. Everybody get down! Whew! That was a spicy move. Yeah, Kampai. That's... Not gonna lie, that spooked me just a little. I was like, that shouldn't kill, right? And then the health bar just kept going down. How strong is Egg Bomb? It's 4 times effective, yeah. Hoping that would one-shot, because I didn't want to take like a psychic or something. Oh, that was her only one. I was like... thinking I need to power up the Fury Cutter for the next one, but... That explains why she was so strong, because she only had one Pokemon. She's a focus trainer. Stronger than you'd like. Yeah, it was a little spooky, not gonna lie. If that had critted, it would have been bad times. I wasn't looking at either, to be honest. I was kind of walking past and you grabbed my shoulder, turned me around and asked if I was looking at you. I mean, maybe I'm misreading the situation, but... Oh, okay. It was basically, Eevee, finally going to overtake Pikachu in popularity. Internet, make surprised Pikachu meme. Eevee, picture of Eevee looking surprised. Oh, okay. It was meme chaining? Anybody with taste likes Eevee better than Pikachu. Eevee is super cool. Pikachu is too popular to be cool. And nobody likes things that aren't cool. An uncool Pokemon is never going to be popular. Come on, that contradicts the meaning of it. Heck yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for backing me up on that. Are these psychic when they're in their first form? Yes, they are. Good to know. Alright, we're gonna back out at this point before we take on the gym leader. I think what we're gonna do... We're gonna go to Saffron now. And clear out the trainers in the Psychic Gym. Then we'll go back and do the first gym leader, and then we'll come back over here and do this gym leader. I think that's gonna be the safest way to get Skyhound up to level. While still making some progress. Alright, this is the right one. I have to check that I wasn't blundering into the fighting type gym. What sort of fool would do that? Right. Oh wait, he didn't actually tell me how to do it. You are only getting more and more useless, friend. Is this revenge for interrupting your date with Misty? Because I guess I understand. Power of all those you defeated comes to me. No! Their revenge from beyond the grave! Oh jeez! Lady, are you alright? I think it's entirely possible she died a long time ago. Demon Summoner. There was drink? Yeah, we came close to losing one. Well, we didn't come that close. A crit would have killed us there. So it was a little spooky. It was an Executor with Egg Bomb, did way more damage than I thought it would. So it wasn't super close to killing us, but yeah, it did slightly more than half our health bar, so that's a little scary. Our flyers have been cursed so far this run. They really have. Every chance that a flyer goes wrong. That headbutt did more than I'd like. Skyhound, not a lot of physical defense is what I'm seeing here. Pop a lemonade and wait for our good dark type move to return. You're just gonna keep headbutting, aren't you? How much is that doing? It's not quite a third of our health. This is frustrating because Feint Attack would do a lot more than Thief would in this situation. In any situation, it'll do more damage. How long does that stay disabled for? Like, ever? How long does Disable actually last in this gen? I have no idea. It's not normally an issue, but right now it's being a pain. Oh, there we go. As the battle ends, it's disabled no more. Wonderful. That XP looks nice, though. When you see the bar shooting up like that. It's the source of your power. I have made deals. Terrible deals. And we will all pay the price when the time comes. The power of your soul. Seeing if the tactic from Gen 1 still works here. I think it probably does. Kadabra, this should be a lot safer than the last one was. No Kadabra is headbutting me for 1 billion damage. We found that out a lot in Gen 1. If you bang a Drowsy and a Kadabra's heads together hard enough, it's the Kadabra that doesn't get back up. Good old Snorelon. Snorelon did some real good work. My soul is going strong, I'm feeding on the souls of others. Now, perish mortal, as I feast on yours. see, do I need lemonade? Why is our inventory always such a mess? Lemonade should be right at the top. Why has nobody done this yet? Why do I have to do all the work around here? Your soul is mine. I take it back, I don't want your soul. It's already been tainted. Yeah, so definitely in Gen 1, if you just go... Every time you go through a teleport, if you go to the one either to the left or to the right of it, it takes you through every single room and eventually to Sabrina's room. I don't know if that still works in this gen, but I would assume so. Do we need to wince every time we see an Execute now? Definitely every time we see an Executor, I'm not going to argue that one. How do we feel about Executes? I think we're okay with the little baby eggs. Just when they turn into a coconut tree that suddenly it's dangerous. Coconut tree is OP, please nerf. Karate King, the master of the fighting dojo, was destroyed by Sabrina. When do I get to play that storyline? That sounds more interesting than anything I've done. The epic tale of the Karate King. Foo, 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 foo. I see it clearly. I can see into your soul. Wait, wasn't that young boy in the southwest room earlier? Why is he in your soul now? Medium Doris. Yeah, that picture's a Doris if ever I saw one. Oh, a Slowpoke. You are gonna be a nightmare to kill, aren't you? Maybe not. That's gotta have been a crit, right? No? Seriously? Just a regular hit? One-shotted a Slowpoke? I mean, I know Slowpoke gets most of its special defense when it becomes a slow bro, but I wasn't expecting that much. Have you got a slow bro to come out now? Hey guys, let's compare and contrast. Is there a large Doris? I'm sure there is. It's the Doris sisters. Medium Doris, large Doris, and small Doris. In that order. Okay, so post-evolution, Slowbro has takes approximately half as much damage from Feint Attack. At least half as much, because for all we know, we did twice the Slowpoke's health. Though I read you, I still lost. I forgot that I predicted I would lose to you. You... wait, what? Sounds... what? You forgot that you predicted you would... I think I'm done with her. Dude, I'm trying to practice guitar. Sorry, Lady Meow, am I distracting you? Half the rooms are empty. The psychic gyms seem better days. Don't say things like one-shot a Slowpoke is distracting. No, we've got a slow bro. You don't need to be worried about our little hero. About Painmaker. Everything's fine, look, they're all okay. I should give Nicholas an item, probably. What do you normally carry? You normally carry the amulet coin, which is kind of a useless thing to give you here. Why does Shelder change so much when it bites Slowpoke? I guess just because it's an evolution, right? As the two merge together? I mean, it changes to a new form, but it doesn't change any more than it does if it becomes a Cloyster. I don't know if there's an in-game name for the transformed Shelder. Okay, there's Sabrina. I think we're done here. We'll go fight Erica, then we'll come back for Sabrina. You realize that afterwards? I get you, there was the moment of panic before it sank in. I like to think I wouldn't be talking in such a cheery voice if that had happened to Painmaker. It wouldn't be just a, I can't believe that one shot a Slowpoke. It'd be more of a, I can't believe that one shot at a Slowpoke! How? Why? What? How will we ever recover from this loss? What new terrors have been unleashed upon us? You know, I expect at least that level of melodrama. You paused in your twanging and heard one shot a Slowpoke and panicked. Fair enough. I guess there isn't a name for a Slowpoke evolved Shelder because it's a Slowbro, isn't it? The Slowbro is both of them. Psychic sent out Eldritch Horror. Psychic sent out Antediluvian Evil. Alright. Level 37? Are we ready for Erica? Can we best a gym leader using our really weak Pokemon that we only just got? There's only one way to find out. Hello. Lovely weather, isn't it? So pleasant. I mean, it's the middle of the night. I guess it could be a warm evening. Eldritch Horror used Relay Fatan. The game crashes. Earthbound kind of does that. I'm afraid I may doze off. I mean, it's the middle of the night, so again... Leader of Celion Gym. All the way from Johto, you say? How nice. I didn't realize that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Eldritch Horror appears in the mirror. Yeah, Psychic send out Eldritch Horror. Eldritch Horror entered the real world. Player was struck by Eldritch Horror. It was super effective. Player fainted. Okay, a Tangler. Not the most impressive start. 42 though, that's a decent level. See what this does. Ooh, that was... Okay, that was a crit, but that was close to one-shotting. This level gap is making me a bit nervous, not gonna lie. As long as Tangler doesn't have something weird. Giga Drain? We should be alright. Okay. Healed more than I'd like, but another fly ought to take Tangler off the table. And we'll see what's up next. Probably gonna have to heal when it comes out. I was hoping we'd level up from that. Victory Bell. Level 46. Okay, Skyhound, time you were somewhere else. That is a big jump. I think, Maggie, you've got this. I'm gonna switch to Lady Bar for Fire Punch, but it's also poison, and Mystic Meg's a lower level. Yeah, this, now that I notice, this is on par with our current actual level Pokemon, so let's not get carried away here. A jump off, really. Well, let's not underestimate it. This is a Pokemon that likes to feast on the corpses of its enemies. Even if it starts R through the floor. There isn't another Vileplume. I really thought there would be. You got a Bellossom instead.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Silver29. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. How are you doing today? You having a good time? And I go ahead and assume that you're a fan of Pokemon Silver with a name like that. Does it call out to you? Concede defeat. You're remarkably strong. Heck yeah, the Rainbow Badge. Most fantastic of all badges. Ooh, Giga Drain. A wonderful move that drains half the damage it inflicts to heal your Pokemon. Take this, it's Giga Drain. A wonderful move that allows you to feast on your enemies. Just found my stream. Well, it's nice to have you here. It's always good to see new people. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. I usually do this every Tuesday evening. I'm probably going to play through the whole series doing a Typelocke challenge, I think. Like, maybe not one after the other, I might play some other games in between, but... Ever since I found out about Nuzlocke, it's just gotten me so much back into Pokemon, I can't stop playing. Adds so much to the game. And I think this is my favourite Pokemon game, so I'm glad to be getting to do this one. Alright, let's go find Sabrina. If Skyhound couldn't stand against Erica, I'm imagining there's not a chance against Sabrina, but we'll give him a go. See what she leads with. Maybe she's got a low level one to start with. Otherwise, I guess we'd probably go to Mystic Meg again and just use Bite. Psychic's not going to do too much to Mystic Meg. Unless she has Shadow Ball or something, which she might. The gym leaders are a lot more challenging in Gen 2, in the second area of Gen 2. I knew you were coming. Largely because you came in earlier, blundered around for a bit and then left, and I was fairly sure you'd probably come back. 3 years ago I had a vision of your arrival. 3 years ago? After you fought Red, you knew that somebody else would come to take his place? You don't enjoy battling, why are you a gym leader? I guess there's other things that gym leaders do. There's probably a variety of duties. It's just that only one is relevant to us. Alright, show me your psychic powers, and afterwards we can have a battle using our Pokemon's psychic powers. Only 3 Pokemon, so these are probably going to be real good. 46, okay. Yeah, Skyhound, this one isn't gonna be for you. I'm sorry. I mean, no, even like a bite or whatever this thing might have is gonna be too hard. It's gonna hurt a lot. An Espeon or Espeon? A Sand Attack. You fool! Actually, we're just gonna use Bite, I think. We can use Swift if it comes to that. Espeon versus Espeon. Okay, Mr. Mime. You don't really like to see one of those. Oh, there goes that. There goes that Sand Attack sabotaging us. The fight of the ages, except it wasn't much. Yeah, it was glass cannon battle. And we had the type advantage. That was whoever strikes first wins. Alakazam, the most overpowered of all Pokemon. But Mystic Meg eats Psychic for breakfast, probably. That's presumably where Mystic Meg gets her powers from, right? A good healthy breakfast? That's how I would assume somebody would get psychic powers. Okay. Skyhound didn't get to do as much as I'd like, but we got some levels out of it, and we cleared 2 gym leaders. And even though I had switched my powerful Pokemon, they weren't overpowered really, they were about the same level. Marsh Badge. You can tell he's powerful, he's bent 2 spoons. Any fool can bend 1 spoon, but 2 spoons at once? My subliminal powers. This much I know to be true. You will become a celebrated and beloved champion. I'm kind of already the champion. That already happened. That's not a prediction. That's reading the newspaper. Starting to question Sabrina's power. Maybe she burned out her psychic powers making that prediction 3 years ago. Now she's got nothing left. Where do we want to go from here? I guess we have no choice but to go for the Snorlax now, right? What level is the Snorlax going to be, like 40? Saw a video the other day, the scene from Revenge of the Sith, where the Jedi confront Palpatine. But Palpatine is the Fat Controller. Palpatine was never as evil as the Fat Controller. Tell you what, let's go for the train ride. We'll take the boat once more. See what level that gets Skyhound to, just for safety's sake, and then we'll go have a look at the Snorlax. I don't know whether it's level 40 or level 50, but Snorlax has a lot of physical damage, and as we've seen, Skyhound does not have a lot of physical defense. I mean, let's have a look at the stat line. Yeah, this is not a defensive Pokemon. After he kills some Jedi and starts to beat Mace Windu, he sternly says, "You have caused confusion and delay." I keep forgetting I can fly now. do like back controller memes, especially since we've discovered how horrifying the actual setting of Thomas the Tank Engine is. It's brilliantly ominous. Just kills the Jedi because they've caused delay on the train lines. Oh, what's up, Liz? I think Wade wants to battle as well. I don't know if you guys are worth my time anymore, though, because doing the, for both levels and money, sailing this ship is going to be faster. Whoop. Never mind, we step back into reality. The Eldritch Horror didn't get us this time. There's also one with Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. As Palpatine again? Let's see. Do we want Skyhound up front, or do we want XP share and Skyhound? What levels were people in here? Like 40-ish? Oop. He's made the decision for us. I think we probably want XP share on Skyhound in here. Killing Jedi and muttering Wensleydale. Oh, 35? Still not a good type matchup for us, though. Oh, we still got Nick in our party. We forgot to go fetch Danger Noodle. Oh well. Why did I use Shadow Ball there instead of, you know, Surf? I remember seeing a great video ages ago. From the end of the 6th Star Wars film. The showdown between Luke Skywalker and Palpatine. Except Palpatine was completely dubbed over by lines from the Joker in Batman the Animated Series, and it was a wonderful thing. Okay, Skyhound should be able to get this one. It's a grass type. Also, Darth Vader was voiced by Bane, which wasn't the part that they mentioned in the title, but was a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot the whole point of the thing. It's Mark Hamill versus Mark Hamill, right? Luke Skywalker versus the Joker. Yeah, that's the one. I remember that being a thing of beauty. Yeah, that one cracked me up. I'm trying to remember what some of the actual lines were. I'm mostly just remembering, I know there's good in you, and this gives you power over me. Darth Vader was voiced by Snape? What? Okay, Skyhound's already in trouble. Let's just... Somebody else handle this, please. Skyhound can't be... Oh, because we're bound, right. The noise is here being noisy, so I can't hear all the words. Oh, okay. I thought I said something very stupid, but apparently not. No. Darth Vader was voiced by Bane. Yeah, the other bit I remember is him yelling, "I'll be in touch!" as he falls into the reactor core. Of course, knowing the Joker, he probably would. Joker is unkillable. Do you guys remember when the Joker used to be cool? Back in those days, the Joker was the best villain, right? Nowadays, he's just in everything too much, and it's wearing on me. When you read the actual comics, every second comic is the Joker, you know? And... oh yeah, in Dark Knight, the Joker's amazing. I'm not faulting that one. I think the Dark Knight is why Joker is in everything these days, to be honest. Because the Dark Knight was so good. But like the Arkham Asylum games, the first one is the Joker show, and... you know, that's fine, I'm okay with that. But then the second one, the Joker show. Starts out looking like it's going to be somebody else's show, but no, it's the Joker show. It's pretty much non-stop Joker. You can't get away from him. I probably should have just gone to my... well, whatever. Like... it's just... he's showing up in all the DC stuff since The Dark Knight, and non-stop, and it's like they're constantly talking about how he's the greatest, most terrifying villain of all time, and it's just, no. Let him do his thing. Like... he was better when he's a terrifying villain, but he's still one of the... still kind of on the same level as the others, right? You don't need to overplay him too much. He's a villain that thrives on being unexpected and wacky, and now he's become obvious because he's always there and we've heard all of his ideas. They're ruining him. Wasn't a fan of Adam West's Joker. Not one of the best Jokers. Definitely the animated series was the one that made the Joker. It was an alright Joker, I think. But yeah, I agree with you, probably not the best Joker. Still better than Adam West era Penguin. But not as good as the Stamp Collector. Yeah, the bizarre villains were generally the best ones in the Adam West era. Although Catwoman was always good. Catwoman, maybe the Riddler. And King Tut, that was a great one. Just some guy who gets hit on the head and thinks he's an Egyptian king and decides to take over the city. Somehow manages to get hit on the head on a regular enough basis that they're constantly having to do battle with King Tut. The Puzzler. This is the best name for a villain ever. Not the Stamp Collector. I mean, I'll tell you what though, some of the joke villains are really good. The Clock King in the animated series sounds ridiculous, is amazing. King Tut was brilliant. How did he get people to go along with it? How did he decide that he's a ancient Egyptian criminal mastermind with no whilst brain damaged and with no actual skills, and people just flock to him? Outright worshipful people. I remember people like... Fanning him with giant feathers and that kind of thing. Where did they come in? They just wait for him to go crazy again and show up for the next time? Clock King was good with Adam West. Was Clock King in the Adam West one? I don't remember him in that. He probably was. Bookworm was annoying. Yeah. Yeah, Bookworm wasn't ideal. Although I like that they always took their glasses off before they fought Batman, because Batman wouldn't punch people with glasses. He had all those servants as well as all those would-be mugs. Yeah, they just show up every time he goes crazy. Where were they coming from? Is there this whole minion scene? Is this whole temp minion scene going on in Gotham? We're like, who are we working for today? Well, King Tut's gone crazy. Let's go up and be all worshipful for him. And then next week there's a rumor that the Joker's gonna break loose. So, you know, get your clown makeup early. Lost the scene and lost the stream and got an ad with you shortly. That's what you get for not subscribing. And deliberately sabotaging people's internet so they lose the stream, so they have to subscribe. Oh, there's the surprised face. Yeah, I see now. Like, I can see how that would be a weird face on an Eevee or a Pikachu. It's kind of normal face for Vileplume. Resist earthquakes, it's grass, really. You never know what to use on these things. The Archer was good too. Yeah, there were a lot of good things in Adam West stuff. I keep thinking I'm gonna get like the whole series on DVD or something and marathon them sometime. It's been a long time since I watched them, and I loved that show. Adam West was my Batman. Like, that was the Batman that I was raised on. Oh yeah, Alfred was amazing. The iconic Alfred. He's the one who defines what Alfred is and should be. Any Alfred that doesn't look and sound like that is just not the right Alfred. Yours too. I didn't even get that it was kind of a parody as a kid. I was just like, this is enthralling. You know, the end of episode cliffhangers. I was like, is he gonna get out of it this time? He's Batman. You know, he's got to get to safety. It's so important. What if something bad happens to him? Can't wait for the next episode. Unfortunately, they ran the two-parters back-to-back in those days, so I didn't have to wait long. I'm not sure my poor childish heart could have taken it. Michael Caine was brilliant as Alfred? Yeah, he was good. Definitely a top-tier Alfred. I'm not going to fault him on his performance. But yeah, Adam West Alfred, absolutely the best Alfred all time. That emotion in Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. Michael Caine is brilliant at everything. The best incarnation of Scrooge. Yeah, I think he's been good in everything I've seen him in. Harry Brown. I've not seen that one. It's fantastic and it's a great film? Okay. Yes, I'm not normally like a film or TV guy, so it has to be good to get my attention. I get fidgety when I'm doing something that I can't interact with, you know? Michael Caine plays a bloke fed up with the local gang. Oh, no, I have seen that one. I have seen that one. I think I have anyway. I've seen... Yeah, I've seen that. Unless it's two films that could be described as Michael Caine plays a bloke fed up with the local gang, then I've seen that one. A regular bloke? Yeah, just some ordinary old guy. Yeah, he plays a bloke fed up with the local gang, so he likes to write some letters to his local council. Manages to get some of the lighting fixed, and well, I won't spoil it. But the scene where he talks, I won't spoil exactly what goes down. But the scene where he talks to the neighborhood watch is just heartwarming. And such an important message about education standards. Complains to the council and threatens to take them to court. Powerful movie. Everybody should watch that one. It was really good. Really good. I was very surprised by it. And it's true, you know, getting rid of gang troubles and crime troubles, that sort of thing does start at the local level. Better education, dealing with littering, you make people proud of the area. And they act like they want to protect it, instead of seeing a ruined neighborhood and wrecking it some more. Oh, it's this cloister that does nothing but defend itself over and over again. Did I get my speed murdered at some point, or... Oh no, hold on, now I'm faster. I thought I went second from... Oh, no. Protect always goes first, I forgot about that. I was about to say, how is a level 29 cloister with no limbs faster than my level 46 snake? Educating Rita, Zulu, I don't know if I've seen either of those. But yeah, everything I've seen him in, he's been good. Film made you want to cry, although that was more Julie Walters than Michael Caine. Did he play a powerful support role? Alright. Last guy on this trip. Gotta ask? Uh-oh. What have I done wrong today? Still typing, this is a long question. I'm concerned. Are you serious? So close to being dealt with. Am I fighting the trainers on the boat a second time, or is my stream doing that thing where the video loops again? No, this really is happening twice. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I was just a little nervous about, Oh, almost out of drink. Might have to take a break in a moment. Little nervous about taking Skyhound into the Snorlax fight just yet, so we're doing another lap. For whatever reason, the trainers on the boat renew. Unlike all the other trainers in the game, you can fight them over and over again. Let's swap to somebody else for safety's sake and also speed's sake. Yeah, it's built as a trainer's boat where people always want to fight, right? So you can keep coming back here to do it. The game tells you that you can only do it once per day, but actually you can just do it over and over again. I don't know whether that's a glitch or not, because they did fix it in later generations, but in this gen you can just keep sailing from one side to the other in the boat, catching the train back, then catching the same boat, which even though the boat doesn't go back on the same day. Like they explained to you, the boat only goes one way on each day. It doesn't go back until the next day. But somehow it's always there when you head back that way. There are more bacteria in your mouth than there are people in the world. On average, we blink a total of 1 hour per every 16 hours we are awake. How often do I blink while I'm asleep? I feel like most of my sleeps are blinks. I close my eyes ever so briefly and then I'm awake again. Alright, let's get back out there. How did Skyhound do? It's level 40, so hopefully okay? I don't know what level this Snorlax is. If it's level 40, then we're more than capable of dealing with it. If it's level 50, then Skyhound is going to die. Well, no, Skyhound's not going to die, because if it's level 50, I'm going to swap Skyhound out instantly. But that means we're not going to get to steal those leftovers, which is upsetting. Well, tell you what, leave you in suspense. I'm going to take a very brief break here. Be like a minute or two. Just to get a drink, stretch my legs very quickly. And I'll be back very shortly. See you in just a moment, everyone. We're back, everyone. Sorry, should have closed that first. It's like a professional instead of turning on the mic and then sliding things around. Jack, how's it going? I probably don't want to battle, unless I get really bored of doing the boat, which is a distinct possibility. Alright, let's put Skyhound up front. You know what? Who has the focus band? Just in case disaster. Lady Bar has it, okay. GG, well played. Glad everyone in chat can be friendly about the vicious emote war that just happened. Nervous about this. You guys ready to see us horrifically lose our shiny, well, not shiny, our brand new non-shiny Murkrow? Because it's about to happen. Let's get in there. Is there only one tune that you can play on a Pokeflute? You think you could play many tunes on a Pokeflute, but this tune is the same one as Red played in Gen 1. Where it made sense because it sounds kind of like a 10-year-old playing a flute. But now it's on the radio. The Poke-Kazoo. It's the Poke-Flute tune played on a Poke-Kazoo, yes. Poke-Vuvuzela. That would probably wake up a Snorlax and make it attack in a grumpy rage, so I can kind of see that one. Pokegear was placed near the sleeping Snorlax. The Snorlax stepped on the Pokegear. Mr. Fast has regrets. Right, what have we got? Level 50, okay. We are not getting these leftovers. Let's get you the heck out of there. What is our actual strategy here in the case of the level 50? I think it's probably go to Painmaker, who has the most defense. Because Painmaker's physical defense is... Painmaker's every defense is ridiculous, but it's especially physical. That 10-year-old became a champion. Not a champion Pokeflute player. But I mean, sure, maybe it's just the pure fame that... Oof. Probably interviewed for radio. Yeah, it's probably just his pure fame that gets him a radio channel for his flute playing. Okay, let's see what Surf does here. Oh boy. Oh, I do not like this one bit. Okay, it's locked into rollout for now. Do we have somebody with a status move who's not going to be hurt too much by rollout? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Lady Bar, we're going to paralyze, we're going to go back to Painmaker. We want to interrupt this rollout before it gets too ridiculous, ideally. He's healing with his leftovers, of course, which is going to make it more difficult. There we go. He can't combo his rollout too far now. So Paralyze will keep interrupting it. Kids never should have either, so he'd be like, and I played a flute to wake a Snorlax like this. Dang, I wish we could get at those. He's asleep. That's going to take the Paralyze off, which is going to be a pain. He's asleep. We're switching his Skyhound, we're going to Thief once, we're going to swap back out. This thing is going to be a nightmare to take down while it's got those leftovers. Finish him off while he's asleep, be like a thuggy. Did we get the leftovers? Oh man. I can't risk sticking around. For exactly that reason, yeah, the rollout would have been horrifying there. It's a standoff. Ladybug, get out there again. We need you to Thunder Wave him for this rollout. Ooh. No, that's not gonna work. It's too late. The rollout is too strong. If Lady Bar Thunder Waves, then it doesn't paralyze on the next turn. We lose Lady Bar. We gotta go back to Painmaker. Oh, thank goodness it missed. Yeah, if we see rollout, we need to go immediately to Lady Bar and get that Thunder Wave. Which means we need to heal up everybody. Get some Hyper Potions. Guys, things just got real. Okay, yeah, we're gonna Lemonade here. And then we're gonna go on the offensive. It'll either rest to protect itself, or... Okay, it's gonna roll out again. So switch to Lady Bar, paralyze, switch out, heal. That's how we're gonna have to deal with this one. There we go. That's good news. Maybe get away with not healing there, as long as we're careful. Fully paralyzed twice in a row? Okay, that's good news. So we're just gonna lay down as many surfs as we can and hope for the best, I guess. And if he sleeps, we'll try and steal his, 3 fully paralyzed in a row. Suspicious. I think it may be playing dead. If it sleeps for the damage, we'll try and steal its leftovers. Because getting rid of those will make the rest of this fight so much easier. Oh, I've just realized something. Oh, I'm an idiot. Ah, I'm the biggest fool in the game. In the planet. I gave friggin' Skyhound the focus band so he didn't die while he was trying to steal the leftovers. You need to not have an item so that you can steal an item. You can't use Thief if your inventory is already full. Damn it. Okay, I messed that one up. Dang, 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 dang. Alright, well that makes this simpler at least. We know what we need to do now, we just need to demolish him. While he's asleep, we're just gonna... Of course he's got Snow, why wouldn't he? While he's asleep, we've just gotta hit him as many times as we can with Surf. Remember finding Snorlax infuriating because of that rest move? Yeah. Snorlax just has really good stats as well. You work on it for ages, waiting for it, trying to wear it down, and then it just gets back up with a single rest. And this one's got leftovers as well, because why not? Why not give it 2 ways to heal? Let it heal even while it's already sleeping. Ooh, no, I think we gotta go for the Paralyze. At least the Paralyze will reduce his chances of going to sleep again. You Snorlax? How dare he have snore powers? Do not want. Snorlax. Oh. Please stop using rollout. Please miss or be paralyzed or something. Come on. Do we have any X defends or no? Nothing? I think we're okay, but there's the definite possibility that a full power rollout could kill us from full health. Apparently if you snore, your sleep isn't as restful as if you're not snoring. Sounds plausible. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that. One shot at a Slowbro. No! Why? How? No, I didn't mean to do that. Dang it, I wanted to look at our moves. See what our best choice was. Well, okay, we're here now. Yeah, what have we awoken? What antediluvian evil have we awoken here? Where do we go from here? The psychic foresaw this. Okay, he used rest. That's good, because I don't know that Mystic Meg could stand up to a full strength attack. Yes, exactly. When it foresaw was one-shotting a Slowpoke, it was a dark prediction. Okay, plan B. Mystic Meg is going to do a lot more damage than Painmaker was doing. Because Painmaker was a tank, Mystic Meg is an attacker. Let's just lay down the Psychics. Can we kill it before it wakes up? What other Grim Portents have we ignored? Oh, I don't like to even think about that. Of course it used Snow, why wouldn't it? Of course it recovered with the leftovers. This is a nightmare! Painmaker of all people, how do you kill a Slowbro? I thought you had to be some incredibly incompetent like Tufus to do something like that. Oh, that crit is what we needed. If that thing had woken up, it could have easily killed Mystic Meg. 364 XP does not feel worth. Guys, not gonna lie, when Painmaker went down there, I started to wonder if we were going to wipe. If this was the end of this entire squad. Mystic Meg is the one. It's the hero we needed. She's finally reached her role. Remember when she was just an Eevee and we gave her the seed of Master Spruce? She's accepted his role. Repaying all those haircuts and all that attention, yeah. Guys, that got intense. I don't know if I'm ready to finish the stream. I was breathing so heavy, I've actually gotten a little dizzy. I mean, Painmaker was always a grim warrior of the shadows. I guess it's not surprising that her time would be short, but still, it feels too soon. Too soon. I mean, how long has she been with us? Been a mainstay all this time. Doesn't feel good. So this session we gained a Pokemon and we lost a Pokemon. How many times has that happened? That seems to be a theme. We've been stuck on 7 Pokemon for ages. Should we take her to the Pokemon Tower or return her to the Rainmaker well? You mean the Painmaker well? I think it's probably got to be the Painmaker well. Alright, why have you got a berry, of all things? We need to bring Captain Amphy back into the game, I guess. Return her to her people. Dang, now we got another guy to train. We gotta get Captain Amphy up there. Even lower level than Skyhound. Also, I think probably want to take Amphy to have Whirlpool replaced with Surf. Why do you have amnesia? Were we just not able to find you anything better? Alright, let's go catch that train. Not right now, Gavin. I got enough problems. Taking up the mod sword, Lady Meow. Don't cut yourself on it. Accidentally banning yourself is discouraged. Banning yourself on purpose I will accept. Right, the move delete is up here, right? Let's get rid of Whirlpool because it's terrible. And then we can teach Surf. Gavin. A much cooler name than Gavin. Truly worthy of a cool trainer. I mean, it's not got a Z or a Y or an X in it. Tempted to forget Amnesia just because. That was a sinister little tune. I forgot there was a tune for deleting a move. Oh yeah, let's sort this back out. That wouldn't have happened if I hadn't screwed up with the held item. Can't believe I did that. Wait. I'm gonna be kicking myself over that for weeks. Ah, that battle. Did not play that well. That one was on me. Of course, we're about to go through Diglett's Cave, where Captain Amphy would be incredibly useful. We ride the boat one more time. Now that we've got more people to level up, and then we go through Diglett's Cave and see what Brock has in store for us. I have to check the move list for Captain Amphy. Gavin, the Y, yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. Think we can squeeze maybe a Z in there? Gavzin? Diglets and Doug trios, I know. I'm nervous. What's the Snorlax an extension of the Diglett's Cave curse? Like that Doug trio that caught us off guard that one time. Is Diglett's Cave always going to curse us? In every game? Is that what's going to be going on? Diglets and Doug trios, oh my. Diglett's Cave runs red with blood. Maybe he needs to level up some more? What, the Doug trio? The Snorlax? The Diglett's Cave? Oh, Captain Amphy needs to level up some more before Diglett's Cave? Well, yeah, but that's kind of what we're doing. Get that XP share on, ride the boat forever. Ride the boat while sweeping at our losses. Actually, I've just thought of one cool thing we could do. Although I don't know, it's a thing you can only do on certain days of the week. Oh, Gavin needs to level up some more to become Gavzin. That makes sense. He's cool, but is he cooler? Yeah, it's a cool thing we can do certain days of the week. We can go, once we get off the boat, we can go check out if this is that day. It's probably not, but it might not be a good idea if it is, but we're gonna go do it. He's leveled up from Gavin to Gavin, but hasn't quite reached Gavin yet. That fits. It's still evolving. What? You'll see when we get there. Won't take us long if it's not available. If not, we'll try again next week. I'd like to fight better when we had a surf to use. Oh, they've got a light screen up though, that's why the psychic is doing nothing. The suspense. Oh, we checked that room a bunch of times with it, didn't we? The suspense, no fair. What is unfair about the suspense? The suspense is very fair. I'm keeping you all in suspense equally. I'm even in suspense myself because I don't know if we can do it today. I don't know what days you can do it on. The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last. Wait, where is that? Is that where the captain's room is? Or is that the other end of this? No, it'd be bigger if it was the other end of this one. We're not seeing like a weird loop thing. That's the captain's room. For a moment I thought that the map was looping around weirdly and we could see the other end of it in front of us. As some games do have a habit of doing. I do like the way all the colours go weird when you use that. Ah, good. fair, this is a really good place to level. You get a lot out of it. Can't complain too much. Except for the fact that we're leveling up people that we weren't expecting to need. Tell me more about these radio signals in your brain. And by more, I mean less. Let's never mention again the radio signals in your brain. I'm okay with that. Psychic versus psychic. This should be a true battle of wills. Nope, just gonna bite you. To be fair, if it was a true battle of wills, you'd probably headbutt me. I know how drowsies roll. I've raised one. Headbutt was our greatest weapon. The number of rival psychics we crushed by just going in there with a drowsy or a hypno that was nigh immune to psychic and just headbutting them over and over again. The horrors. But the victories. The aliens? The aliens communicating with the radio guy? If you talk to him, he's just listening to Johto radio on his, or was it Kanto radio? He was listening to one of the radios on the, on his brain, I guess. He's probably listening to DJ Mary. Talking about Pokemon, that's what I'd be doing. Imagine having a direct line to having a direct line to Mary in your head, you know? Getting all the Pokemon facts 24/7. That soothing voice. Those wondrous comments. So insightful. Which radio stations do we get here? Just the Johto ones. Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk with me, Mary. Centret may be seen around Route 29. Centrets? Ooh, so sensually lovely. Fanpy may be seen around Route 45. Fanpies, provocatively inspiring. DJ Mary is just my type. Pidgey's looks in water is speedy. I bet you didn't know that about Pidgey. Pidgey's looks in water is now. I think DJ Mary is everyone's type. We all want a bit more DJ Mary in our lives. The Kanto Gossip Girl is good, but nobody matches DJ Mary. It's too bad Professor Oak's on that show as well, detracting from the real talent. Boom. I'm just dwelling on the levels in my head, and it's... All of our low-level Pokemon that needed to catch up have caught up, but all of our high-level Pokemon that were ahead have died, so we need to train new low-level Pokemon. Such is life. Here we go, the stupid Protect again. Presumably it protects itself by curling up in that shell, right? Next time it does that, Cooler, just pick it up and throw it over the side. It'll be fine, it can swim. This is where we sailors work. What, on the sea? I could have guessed. Garrett. The circle of life. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all. Glad to see you were typing that as I was singing it. That Snorlax is like the first thing you see when you get off of the boat. What a mean trick to play on people. But I know you can't activate the fight immediately because you have to go get the music card, the radio card, but... it makes it feel like something you're supposed to do straight away. And then you get yourself into horrible, horrible trouble. We could have gone and tried that fight ages ago, but we were fully exploring this dungeon. Beautiful rendition, thank you. You know, I try my best. Keep my voice in shape. I mean, as a streamer, I rely utterly on my voice. If there was the slightest suggestion that my voice was in any way not flawless and beautiful, it would ruin my entire career. If word got round about people claiming that, you know, it'd be all over for me. You thought I played the track? I just have a natural gift for mimicry, I suppose. Route 27. I assume that's south of Victory Road? I'm thinking these chumps are going to keep calling me until I go fight them. Alright, let's go take a nap before we get off. The fast ship pulled into harbour like an hour ago, but nobody can leave the ship until we say so because we're the owners, so we're just going to take an 8-hour nap while they wait. Actually back, by the way, not really. Okay. Wish you two would stop throwing that sword around. Somebody's gonna lose an eye. Alright, we're just gonna go check something out real quick. See how this goes. Nope. The thing I wanted to trigger apparently doesn't happen today. Maybe next time. It's disappointing, but I guess it means we can try and go through Diglett Cave and unlock ourselves some more cities. I don't know what level the Digletts are gonna be. I've already done this route, right? Yeah. We came at it from the other direction. Let's put Amphi up front. I think we'll be alright. Think. If the Digletts are similar levels to what they used to be, then we'll stomp them. If they're super powerful now, then, you know... then I'm sure they will be the end of us. If they awaken one more Dugtrio, it'll be the end of us all. You found Diglett in Diglett's cave? I can see why you're shocked. What level are you? What level are you? 19. I think we're okay. Why do you have amnesia? It doesn't feel like a move I'd keep. Did we just not find you anything better? I think I'm reciting exactly what I said before, but I'm not entirely sure. I have amnesia. Okay, so far so good. I'm sure we're about to stand up to even a Dugtrio. We've got a water Pokemon who is quite durable. I wouldn't expect a Dugtrio to take this one down, right? I mean, this isn't some fragile, delicate flower like a Wartortle or something, you know? This is a Quagsire. They're like a solid mass. They're built. A max revive. What an insult. Diglett's Cave, you've offended me for the last time. Let's never go this way again. Music sounds kind of weird here. Interesting. Just looking for how I get at stuff. You know, things. Hi, wow, I'm glad to see you. I've been stuck here for months. The Diglett killed my last Pokemon. And now I can't get out. Wants to give us a nugget, huh? The item pocket is full. We want to offend this guy by just refusing his gift. Carbos, Carbos, Carbos is speed? Imagine being so lonely that you'd hand 5,000 Pokédollars worth of gold out to the first person to walk into your door just because they exist. I can't give you any nuggets of wisdom, so this nugget of pure gold will have to do. This is a weird track. Sounds like the sinister dark area music that they have for some places, except jazzed up. Hey, it's Professor Oak's aide. You telling me you don't have HM Flash for me because I've got 10 Pokemon? What are Pokemon professors doing these days? Oh, inventory is full of junk again. We'll go sell some stuff and we'll head back this way. Route 2, Viridian City to Pewter City. The gateway to the Indigo Plateau. I just had a double shot of espresso and I am wired. Let me teach you how to catch Pokemon. Could use that. I should visit somebody isolated and see if it works. What happens if we don't believe you? Just gets upset and cries, I suppose. Hey, I remember when this gym was closed all the time and the gym leader was never around. That was such a pain in earlier generations. Gosh darn it. At least it's not full of spinny things anymore, and it's half the size it used to be, and is made out of Lego? This is Lego, right? Viridian Gym made out of Lego. Canonical. He couldn't get the spin traps to stop working, so he put Lego over all of them. You put a lot of thought into your naming your Pokemon. Giving them good nicknames adds to the fun of trading with others. Speary, Spearow, and Ratty, a Rattata. Sometimes I want a divorce. Oh, the Battle House is here. We should do this. Forgot about this. The Eternally Green Paradise. There are many items on the ground in Viridian Forest. Either Lego or Duplo. Look like Lego bricks to me, but I suppose they could be Duplo. Where in the world is Viridian's gym leader? I heard the gym in Cinnabar is gone. I wonder what became of Blaine, the gym leader. Did they brick up the entrance to the gym with him inside it? I've heard Cinnabar City is gone. But I'm sure it's just a malicious rumor. Alright, we should go do this while we're here, why not? The newest and most happening place in Viridian. Open to trainers only. Battle against the best of the best, right downstairs. Viridian is the town closest to Indigo Plateau. So many trainers pass through on their way up to Indigo Plateau. It's a major trade route, huh? The writing looks like Onyx tracks. It's completely illegible. I guess you can't become the champ unless you go all over the place and battle all kinds of people. Champion from Palette travel to all the cities and towns in Kanto. Yeah, you do tend to need all the badges. Taking a rest from Pokemon battles. Oh, got a convenient PC there. Held in the training hall downstairs. The most happening place is school? Yes. There are no rules or regulations in this school. Only battles. The first rule of Battle School is you don't talk about Battle School. Kanto needs some nightclubs. People absolutely club each other at night in Battle School. You guys ready for some more excitement and more danger than you were ready for? Because I think we need to do this right now. You only get to do this once per day, so we gotta go do it, right? Alright. Also, remind me to go to the mart when we're done here and sell all this junk. Oh, I still have that useless Pokédoll. I could have just thrown that away. Welcome to our training hall. Cal is your opponent today. Alright guys, we ready to battle little Cal? I don't see any reason why that would be sinister. I traveled out here just so I could battle you. It's like looking in a mirror. Bring it. How dare. Think you're real clever, don't you, with your Meganium that you've managed to keep alive all the way to level 50. Well, maybe Master Spruce was holding us back. I mean, he wasn't, but... And I feel bad for saying that, because, you know, he was our foster son. But, you know, you provoke these things out of me when you make these very impolite moves. I'm gonna wipe you out for that. Hey Noelle, and welcome back. Who's next? Typhlosion, that's actually really convenient. Because guess what? I've got an earthquake! Oh no, he's faster than me! He's on wheels! He's got all the speed! Good hit. Guess we go for another earthquake, and that should finish him. I was a little spooked that was going to be a crit or something. That would have been close if that happened. Wait, why is... Does Captain Amphy not have the XP share on right now? Ah, we're wasting XP. So, this entire time here has been wasted. You do like Typhlosions? They're cool. This was an alright gen for starters. Don't know that any of them are mind-blowing, but they're all okay. Lady Bar hit level 50. We've got our first level 50 Pokemon. Darn, I lost. What a mild inconvenience. You, get that XP share back on. What are you doing with your life? Why are you causing me all this trouble? Level 50 hype! Have you been to Cinnabar? It's an island way south of here. It was an island way south of here. You guys not been reading your newspapers? Was that person me? Was that a doppelganger or some dark reflection? All of the above? He is the darkness in my heart. Okay. That should clear up some space. Do you sell anything interesting here? Flower mill's some good armor if you've got a grass type, but we don't. Mr. Fast from another timeline. Where Master Spruce became a force for evil and darkness. One where he gets given all the starters and so never bothers to catch anymore. He's overcome by his... Having grown up in this rich family, he's overcome by his greed and hubris. Takes all the starters for himself and just... slaughters all in his path. Yeah, in the other timeline, Tufus was a kind beggar who tried to gain the... who politely asked the professor for a starter instead of stealing it. And the evil Mr. Fast was outraged at this act of charity in his property. He had both the professor and Tufus thrown in jail and took the starters for himself. Hi Atilic, and also hi Belgium. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. You having a good day? Bite? Probably. The speed roll shouldn't be a problem. Even if its typing is inconvenient. You can just imagine evil Mr. Fast. We're not so different, you and I. We're both Mr. Fast. We're both evil. A world where Mr. Fast is the support of the Vulpix is frightening. What a sinister scenario. Pokemon is so nostalgic for me, it's cool to see this live. Yeah, I love the Pokemon games. I've played them since I was a kid. Have you ever tried any kind of Nuzlocke challenge, like what I'm doing here? I'm doing a Typelocke, which is a variant on Nuzlocke, but... if you ever feel like getting back into Pokemon, Typelocks are the way to go. Like, can't see how we make it throughout the entire game without losses unless the Vulpix gave him their favor. Plausible. Why don't girls like bug Pokemon? I don't see any reason that they wouldn't, to be honest. Let's not make assumptions. Oh, Narrados, nice. But yeah, ever since I found out about the rule sets for Nuzlocke, I've just not been able to stop playing Pokemon games. Because the Pokemon setting and gameplay and everything is so cool, but the difficulty is too low for an adult normally. There's no real way to lose in Pokemon, you know? And Nuzlocke gives you that challenge condition. And it's just so addictive. Once you start playing Nuzlocke, you never go back to playing normal Pokemon. But yeah, this game really takes me back to my childhood. Let's see, you're gonna be bug poison, so I guess we're just biting again. What bargain did he strike? What sacrifices were made? What forces were unleashed? The darkest of timelines. Yeah, having destroyed his own home in the name of greed and hubris, he drew the attention and the blessings of the Vulpixes as he spread his darkness across the world. Bug Pokemon squash like plush toys when you squeeze their bellies. I love how that feels. Horrifying. Maybe don't squish any bug Pokemon. Those are those are beings with feelings. Don't. That's. Why would somebody do that? At the very least, it's unhygienic. Viridian Forest just isn't the same in winter. All the grass and the trees die down. There's not even any bug Pokemon out at this time of year. Tons of items though. I bet I've already filled my inventory again. One grumble... like this... This is my favorite Pokemon game of all time, but I still have to grumble about how tiny the inventory space is. If you want to cuddle, get a cuddly toy. Don't just squish your own Pokemon, yeah. If you're gonna cuddle a Pokemon, be gentle, don't squash them. How many Pokemon does that guy get through with his horrifying hugs? Somebody should inform the law. Okay, so we're back here anyway. So it looks like we got all the stuff. We can proceed north safely now. Presumably that's why he had to cross into this timeline. Horrors walk the earth in his timeline. It's no longer safe for human or Pokemon alike. But would that stop him? That's the horrible world he wants to see. Is he just trying to bring that power into our world? Spread his darkness still further? Or is it just the power of the Battle Club to bring forth a challenge worthy of you? Perhaps at the Battle Club you always fight yourself. Everybody goes in there and fights themselves, because themselves is a challenge exactly worthy of them. We see the Mr. Fast we could have become. Just as he does, I suppose. Maybe he thinks he can control it here? Having ruined his world with dark powers, he thinks now he's mastered the dark energies to take kingship in this thriving world. Or maybe the Vulpix commanded him to go forth. Is that why the Vulpixes of this world hate me? Because they've foreseen that I'll be the one to destroy this world. But they don't understand, it's not me, it's the other Mr. Fast. They're the same Vulpixes. They're weakening this world's defenses, yes. Vulpixes exist in all worlds at once. It's only decided this is 100% canon. Each Vulpix exists in every Pokemon world at the same time. They are multifaceted creatures. What you see before you is just a fragment of their being. The Vulpixes are an ancient and terrible evil. They've been planning for so long. Who knows what sinister schemes they've hatched. They'll really sting when you take a bath. You know, if it's such a problem that you get nicks and cuts when you walk through long grass wearing shorts, just put some trousers on. Level 3 Hoot Hoot. Truly a worthy catch for any new trainer starting in this area. Ah, I remember those days. Anyway, confirm that there's nothing in the corner. Let's get out of this grass before we have to fight another level 3 Pokemon. Pewter City. At night, Clefairy come out to play at Mount Moon, but not every night. We've got 15 minutes. Forget this town. This town's a dump, nobody cares. We'll explore it. Rip TikTok. Press F to play respects. Okay, we're gonna have to go through this guy. We can make it to Mount Moon in time to see a Clefairy festival if there is one tonight. I don't know what to do. Maybe you should get out my way. Take your cane to him. Be off, boy! Be about your business. You look strong, I was afraid to take you on. Then, well, then don't do it. Excuse me, sir. Oh, for the love of... I can run like the wind. Yeah, I'm trying to ride like the wind. I want to see if we can catch the Clefairy Festival before the end of the stream. Boom. Throw that sludge bomb right through that open mouth. Arbok versus Arbok. Who is cooler? Well, glad we settled that. One was clearly cooler than the other. Gavin, not now! Don't want to hear about your Flareon. Wear shorts the whole year round. It's my fashion policy. I try not to judge. Do the Arbok should acknowledge the superiority of your shiny one? Yeah, you'd have thought so, wouldn't you? Just sort of bow down in respect. Mount Moon Square, just go up the stairs. Nope, okay. Step right up and take a look. Fire Breather Bird. Cooler, use an earthquake to clear a path into the mountains. Don't worry about any people in your way. They're probably poor. Yo, that's hot. The greatest fire breather in Kanto, that's me. But not the best trainer. I don't know that I've seen any of the fire breathers in Kanto, so I'm prepared to believe you. There used to be a Pokemon Center here. Did it close down? I was planning to heal up on the way here. Thought about what I was lacking with my Pokemon and came up with an answer. I forgot all about this fight. Oh dear. Now I'm really wishing I healed up. I thought we just had to go through a couple of caves and then we could watch the Clefairies dance. I wasn't looking for trouble. I just wanted a nice little party. Tufus, why's it gotta be this way? Why do you have to be like this? Okay, level 40. So far, not horrifying. Is that Mega from Fasten? Okay, well, throw a Sludge Bomb, see what do. So far, this guy is a lot weaker than some of the people we had to go through to get here. Okay, time to move. Mystic Mag? Okay. Should be able to just chew our way through this guy. Wow, that was quite the chew. Ooh, he's murdering our special defense there, though. Mystic Meg is probably gonna have to tag out. Golbat. A Psychic would murder this thing, but if it's faster than us and uses Bite, then we are the ones who get murdered. Switch to Lady Bar, I guess. Put your fist in that open mouth and then explode with thunder. Magneton. Well, we also have a Fire Punch. Lady Bar is the boxing fiend. Don't risk Mystic Meg, she pulled us out of that fire. You're right, we can't take chances. She was destined to save us at that point, but now that destiny has passed, she's once again able to perish, and we must take caution to protect her. I think we just electrocute this guy? I mean, we're not getting out of here. We're locked in here with him. Okay, you know what? Salutations. Your squad leader versus my squad leader. Let's do this. I'm not gonna swap to somebody better suited. We're gonna handle this one-on-one. Wow, we could have just done. Oh, that was a critical. Fair enough. Tiffus was defeated. A tragic performance as always. You won fair and square, I admit it, but this isn't the end. I'm going to be the greatest Pokemon trainer ever, because these guys are behind me. For the hubris, you should have taken him down with fire moves. Dang, I should have done that. Maximum smugness. One of these days, I'm going to prove how good I am by beating you. See, I like that this guy has an actual character arc. He's gone from exploiting Pokemon, looking for this powerful Pokemon to win with, to being like, I'm going to beat you because my Pokemon are with me. Because he's seen himself getting beaten over and over again by people who care about their Pokemon, he's learning that if being the greatest Pokemon trainer is all he cares about, then he has to care about his Pokemon more. Alright, Amphi, let's get you up front, because I think there's only going to be lowish level rock types in here. Constant exposure to Mr. Fast's good, honest, gentlemanly morals has taught him the proper way the proper way to behave, you know, as a good gentleman should. Will he learn to care about his Pokemon for their own sake and not for power? Well, he did say his story isn't finished yet. It's an unusual tune that's playing. Mount Moon Square, don't litter. I wonder if something interesting is happening. Oh. 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 Aliens! Oh, do we not have Rock... No, of course we don't have Rock Smash. Why would we have Rock Smash? It's not even a HM in this generation. Is it? Is it a HM in this generation? Maybe it's not a HM in this generation. Did we even pick up the TM? I don't remember that. They came from that meteorite. I believe if you smash this using Rock Smash, you get a Moonstone. It's War of the Worlds. Dude, I got theories. I got all kinds of theories, right? Mount Moon is called Mount Moon because there was a massive meteor strike from... There was a massive meteor strike here that caused this mountain range to build up. Clefairies weren't known to be here until after the meteor strike. This is also the only place in the world that Moonstones can be found. Seems very likely that those Clefairy came here riding that meteor, and it contains the fragments of their power. But wait, there's more. Look at the other Pokemon that evolve using Moonstones, right? You've got Jigglypuff, only found around Mount Moon. Look very similar to Clefairy. Like they're maybe a subspecies of the same race, they're cousins or something. And what are the other two Pokemon that evolve using Moonstones? The two kinds of Nidoran. What is a Nidoran? Well, a Nidoran basically looks like an alien rabbit. And in Japanese mythology, what inhabits the moon? Alien rabbits. It all comes together. All the Moonstone Pokemon are aliens. They rode a meteor down to Earth. Oh. Ah, dang it, the shop's closed. Ooh, Places and People. This is my second favorite show. Have they come for our women? The moon needs women. Swimmer Elaine is just my type. Leader Morty is just my type. Lily is not a very picky person, apparently. Rocket Executive is somewhat bold. Teacher Colette is definitely odd. Scientist Ross is right for me? Yeah, I think that shop's only open in the daytime, sadly. I wonder... I'm gonna regret doing this because it means we have to go back this way. We're gonna go check this one more time, because I forgot about the Mount Moon encounter. You can only do this thing on what I'm about to try once a day, so... No, I mean, you can only do it on certain days, so if we can do it today, we want to try it. It is once a day as well, actually. So we'll do it if we can. Ho hum, look at me, just casually strolling towards the Elite Four. Hold it. You're going to take the Pokemon League challenge now? That's not gonna happen. My super well-trained Pokemon are going to pound you. Mr. Fast! I challenge you! I'm hoping he's not got like level 60s or something horrifying. Because I kind of rushed in here, but I wanted to show you guys this, because we tried it earlier and we couldn't do it, because I'd forgotten about the Mount Moon fight. 45, okay. We should be alright. Well, maybe Captain Amphi won't be alright. Him again. That blue hedgehog again, of all places. I challenge you to a duel, Mr. Fast. Choose your Pokemon. There is a cool thing here that I want to point out when it comes up, though. You've just seen the Fire Punch. That was maybe not the smoothest move on your part. I should have put the XP share back onto Captain Amphi again, but I was kind of in a hurry, because I'm supposed to be ending, like, right now. So we'll wrap this up and then it'll be the end of the stream, I'm afraid. Ooh, he survived one. But will he survive two? Okay, that Shadow Ball was alright. Alakazam! I'm gonna pop a lemonade just for caution here. Where are the lemonades? Why are the lemonades on top of the pack? That's not where they used to be. Who arranged this? Okay, let's see what this Psychic does. So you raised your physical defense? That just means this will take longer. There's only one way to deal with a Psychic. And that's repeatedly headbutting it over and over again. Critical hit. Lady Bar practiced for days headbutting trees until she'd mastered the art of the headbutt. Ooh, level 50 Typhlosion. Oof, okay. Fire Blast, that's a little spook. That's a little spook. Is there somebody better to handle this? Not really. Captain Hanfu is a higher level, but... Okay, he's paralyzed now. We're gonna pop the Hyper Potion. Everything will be fine. Probably. Kanpai. You're behind, though? Is it reassuring or worrying to hear a Kanpai call when you're behind the stream? I wonder whether we continue to headbutt here. Because headbutt and paralyze gives him 2 chances to fail to take an action. There, see? He's got the chance of flinching and the chance of paralysis. That combos really well. It's alarming to see just a few seconds into the future and know horror is coming. Oh, all these flinches in a row? That's... bad times, my friend. Did you save the Pokemon that I wanted to show off to the group until last? Because that's actually thematic, I guess. This is the one I wanted to point out to you. The Golbat that he's had all game is now a Crobat. I'll point out to you that in this generation... well, no, every generation. Golbat only evolves into Crobat through happiness. When you max out the friendship meter, a Golbat becomes a Crobat. So now that he's finally learned to love his Pokemon, finally he has a Crobat. He has reached his final form. Which I think is a really nice touch. They got the little details right in this game, you know? They made it mean something. He's treating them well and they care for him in return, yes. In every generation a Slayer is born. I'm not sure what I said to proc that comment, but yes, absolutely. I'll use the Hyper Potion. I don't want to take chances. How does the Slayer magic calculate generations? I mean, I think it's literally you get a new Slayer every time the Slayer dies. Which is actually kind of impractical. From what we see, most Slayers don't make it into far into adulthood. So every time a Slayer dies, you've got like... oh no, in fact, it's not even that a new Slayer is born. A new Slayer is chosen after each Slayer dies. So every time a Slayer dies, immediately there's another Slayer. Yeah, from what we've seen, there's many Slayers a generation, because they don't normally live very long. In this generation, well, in every... oh, I see. In every generation, there is a Golbat evolving into a Crobat. You know, dude, I thought you'd improved, but I see now that you're still kind of toxic. But yeah, Slayer magic doesn't actually work on generations. It just goes from... there's just always a Slayer. To think more about my Pokemon. Gonna give that guy a complex. He's suddenly realizing that he's, dang it, I still don't love my Pokemon enough. I've gotta go give them more haircuts, hug them more often, walk with them all day. Someday I'll be the champion. Someday. Just need those haircuts. Phew, we won. Hey, that wasn't too bad, was it? But yeah, basically random days will show up here in challenges from now on, which is nice. Lady Meow is gonna go to bed? Somebody stop her! It doesn't have to be this way, Lady Meow. Give justice another chance. But yeah, I'm gonna finish there too. Yeah. Had to rush a bit to the end, but we managed to get in 2 rival fights and we saw dancing aliens. Which is something you don't get to see every day. So yeah, tune in next Tuesday as we continue our Typelocke adventures. Got a few things left to do. We want to go take another look at Mount Moon because we rushed there. We've got Brock, we've got Cinnabar, we've got Viridian. And then we gotta look at the real end game. So yeah, it's not over yet. Check us out next Tuesday for more Pokemon, and I'll be around tomorrow evening for a casual night, old games night. Just playing some old retro games, not sure what it'll be yet. We'll pick something out on the day. You know, it's not casual if it's planned in advance. Great stream, thank you Noellen, appreciate that. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody. Hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed playing with you. And I hope I'll see you all again. Good night everybody.